What's up, guys? My name is Asperaw, and today we're gonna be doing a little experience. It's something a little bit different, just to kind of test out my microphone because this microphone's it's amazing. But yeah, I'm basically gonna be telling an experience that I had like 2 years ago while I was at school or whatever. It wasn't the most pleasant experience, even though it didn't hurt. Okay, excuse me. I may sound a little bit sick, and that's because I'm sick. I mean, why else would I sound sick if I wasn't sick? Let's go ahead and set the scene. I was at school, 6th grade, so that means I was turning 12, I think. So it was pretty warm outside, and I was like 12 years old. I don't know what period I was in, but I was in gym class, and we were playing softball, during at least in 6th grade. I don't know about you guys, but they won't let us throw overhand. I mean, that doesn't really matter. So basically, I was playing softball, and I was on third base. I was so close to home, and my friend, I told him, I remember looking him dead in the eyes, and I pointed at him. I said, "So-and-so, bring me home." It was like one of those movies. So basically, he threw it, the pitcher threw the ball or whatever, and he hit it, and it was enough to bring me home. And on the way home, I remember seeing this 8th grader, I think it was, oh, my voice. I remember seeing this 8th grader do like this cartwheel type flip thing. Samuel wanted to kind of show off and do it too. On the way home, I decided to do a cartwheel just like the others, and as I was doing it, I heard something pop, and I felt my elbow. I just felt my elbow buckle. That wasn't a pleasant experience. Like, I didn't feel it, but I literally heard it pop, and then I felt it buckle. So afterwards, since there was a line or whatever, I went in the back of the line. Well, I didn't go in the back of the line. I just went behind everyone else, and I sat down. And there's this other gym teacher, and I was like, kind of how the babies do. They kind of cry for attention. But in this case, I had a broken arm, and I was just I was making this really painful, I don't want to moan, or I was basically crying out for help basically, and she just wouldn't look at me, bro. I was sitting there just my elbow, and she wouldn't look at me, bro. She just wouldn't look at me. So I went over and asked my coach, because there was 2 coaches, and there was 2 classes, and we were just playing against each other. I went over to ask my coach to sit down on the bleachers or whatever, because I didn't think my arm was broken. I thought I just messed it up because I couldn't move it, but I don't know. Something was going through my head, because I was just, bit my fucking cheek, But basically asked him to go sit on the bleachers or whatever, and I was worried about not having get surgery or whatever, because that just stuff freaks me out. I mean, I can look at it or whatever, I can watch surgery videos or whatever, but the fact of my arm being cut open, that's just no. But basically, I was on the bench or whatever, and there was 2 of my friends there, the people that never want to play sports or whatever. I told them about my arm or whatever, and they're like, "Man, you probably broke your arm, bro. You gotta go to the nurse." And I was sitting there, I'm like, I'm fine. It was super hot, and I was sweating and stuff. I'm like, I'm fine. They're like, "Bro, go to the nurse." And I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. But eventually, I gave up, and I was like, you know what? I might as well go, because what if it is broken? I'm just gonna mess it up even more. So I went to the nurse. You know how the nurses are. Well, in my school at least, they do not do anything. You could be throwing up, fucking blood coming out of your nostrils, your eyes, your fucking ears, and they'll just be like, "Hey, here's an ice pack." I remember walking in there and saying, "Do you have a sling or whatever?" Because I think I broke my arm, and they were like, "No, we don't carry any slings." My school never carries anything. I know the thing about medicine and stuff, but they never carry anything. And she basically handed me an ice pack, and she was like, "Just sit over there for a minute and tell me if your arm still hurts or whatever." I sat there for about 10 minutes, and my arm, I just couldn't feel it, and I just had an ice pack on my arm. And eventually I told her, "Can I call my mom or whatever?" And at first she tried to disagree with me. But yeah, she tried to disagree with me and say that my arm was not broken. She literally, she was like, "Can you move it?" She asked me this question at least 10 times. At least 10 times. And I still couldn't move it. I mean, my arm was broken. What can you expect? But yeah, she eventually called my parents, and your Jessica came up there and picked me up. They didn't even give me a cast. I broke it in 2 places, but it wasn't so bad where I needed to get a cast. I wore a sling for 3 months, and yeah, they said if it would have snapped just a tiny little bit more worse, I think that's how you say it, I would have had to wear a cast. So I'm super happy. I mean, even though I kind of would live the experience of having everybody sign a cast, I just don't think it's worth it, because I heard my friends saying "Oh, it makes your arm stink or whatever." But yeah, guys, that's basically my broken arm experience. It's been your boy Asperaw, guys. Be sure to like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Alright, see ya.